Alright. To the bridge.
You're setting up in here, huh?
Yeah, I'm going through what we got out of that vault. If I can crack this data storage box, it'll help with a personal project back on the Nexus. This is a nice, out-of-the-way place where I can tinker, and I can sleep anywhere. It's not exactly homey, but I like that about it. Not really looking for a home. Oh, but I will help you find everyone a home. While I'm with you, at least.
Slow down, will you?
Does your brain ever take a breath?
Sorry, not really. Even my dreams are in time-lapse. I get it. You want to know who's on your ship, so you're here to figure out what makes me tick, right?
Something like that? Sure.
Well, I was born in a log cabin on rural Haitiana to simple but loving parents, just trying to... I look forward, not back, Ryder. Why snooze through my life story? Get to know me out in the field while we're uncovering the mysteries of this galaxy. That's why I'm here. Got tired of yawning back home.
Alright, I have tried both the Korra and PB romances, and I actually do like both romances, and I was conflicted on which one I wanted to do for this playthrough. In the end, I ended up deciding on Korra, but again, I do like both romances. But so this time we're not going to be flirting with PB. We're just going to, stick with the normal conversation choices. So, boredom is what drove you here?
You left everything and everyone you knew because you were bored?
No, I came with someone I knew. Then she got bored with me. Ryder, the Milky Way was so... been there, done that. Even if I hadn't done it, someone had. If there's one thing you should know about me, it's that I live for the unknown. For the never been done.
Not buying it.
That's just the one thing you want me to know about you.
Let's start with that, then. Buy me a drink sometime. Who knows what will spill out of my mouth. Tell you what. I need remnant scrap. Remtech, I call it. For projects like the one I mentioned. Which you're gonna love, by the by. Promise to bring me what you scrounge, and I'll submit to all your questions.
Remtech, huh?
Huh.
You got it.
You again. Want to hear more about my childhood log cabin?
You really won't tell me what you're working on?
That's right. Next question.
What drew you to the Remnant?
Are you kidding? It's evidence of a sophisticated species no one knows anything about. It doesn't get more intriguing than that. There's so much to discover. I want to be the first to figure them out. And the tech, it's on a different scale. If we can appropriate it, who knows what advances we'll make.
What was it like for you on the Nexus?
Well, I wasn't supposed to be woken up yet. A resourceful accomplice finagled my early thaw. So I kind of lived off the grid. Snuck around, bullshitted my way onto excursions off station. After I found my first remnant ruin, I started, borrowing shuttles. After that, I didn't spend much time on the Nexus. I even missed most of the revolt.
So how do you like the team?
Interesting bunch. I get a good feeling from Vetra. Not your typical military-minded Turian. Liam seems a lively one. I expect he'll surprise me. Drek is, well, old. Wonder if he can still learn new tricks.
What about...
Gil smacks of complication. Might take some unraveling. Callow and Suvi seem busy. I hope they aren't all work, work, work. Who's left?
Well, there's...
Oh, right, Korra. What's her deal? Is she as prim and proper as she comes across?
She's exactly what she should be. Capable, reliable. She's a valuable part of my team.
Sure, sure. That comes across too.
There's also Lexi, our doctor. She's an Asari.
Oh, I'll get around to her. All in all, seems like a decent bunch.
You mentioned you came to Andromeda with someone?
Nothing gets by you. Guess that's why you're the Pathfinder. Just a friend. The one who woke me up early. But now she's not even that. It's better to venture into the unknown without restraints or entanglements, don't you think?
I don't know. Don't friends and loved ones make all the effort worthwhile?
I've always been self-motivated. Don't need much more than curiosity to drive me forward.
Huh. Alright, I'll leave you to it.
You're off the hook, PB. Good luck with your project.
Thanks. Don't be a stranger.
I'll try not to be. Zuby!
Scans of the Scourge. All that dark energy twisting and turning on itself. It's splendid.
I suppose it is a rather darkly beautiful phenomenon.
Darkly beautiful. I like that. Helios is incredible, isn't it? Not just constructs like the Scourge and the Remnant Vaults. Just all of it. So alien. A constant reminder of the divine intelligence behind all creation.
Now, isn't this interesting?
You mean a god?
Yes, I believe in a higher power. I know it's a little odd, but I am a scientist because science brings me closer to something greater than myself.
I find this absolutely fascinating. This character, that they made this character the way she is. It's not that this is not uncommon. This is actually, I've heard that there are scientists out there who are also believers in God. Not everyone who is a scientist or someone who is like fully behind science isn't like an atheist or something like that. This is not uncommon. I just found it interesting and fascinating that they put this type of character into this game.
There's something about coming face to face with something wondrous that makes you want to believe.
Wow. It's wonderful to meet someone who understands. I've had to justify myself so often. As if having
line of work,
faith
I
in the
imagine
divine
so.
invalidated my work as a scientist.
Exactly.
As if the sacred could be diminished by the search for truth.
Huh. You don't have to justify it.
I wasn't questioning your abilities. You never have to justify yourself to me.
Thank you. I appreciate you saying that, truly. Now I should probably update the rest of the team with my latest reports. We'll talk later. I saw pictures of the vault. Astounding how big it is. And how much of it didn't you see? What if it's way bigger? What's all that space for?
With what it has to do, it could go thousands of miles below the surface of the planet.
Or completely span it. An underground network. Just a thought, of course. I wouldn't even know where to start hypothesizing how it all works. The Remnant builders, whoever, whatever they were, accomplished something far beyond us.
When did you start believing in a god?
My parents were both scientists. My home was ruled by rationality. So when I became a teenager, let's just say that while other kids found Batarian music, I found God.
But your work as a scientist?
Convinced me even more, especially when I got into molecular biology, physics. The patterns I kept seeing over and over again, they were like an artist's watermarks. God, to me, is an artist. An inventor, not someone checking to see if I brush my teeth.
I just find this fascinating that they went to this extent with this character. Just, you know, if this whole thing offends you for, you know, I guess I can understand, but, you know, I have said in other videos that I was raised in a Christian home, so, you know, her views, you know, I kind of have very similar, so, and I just found it fascinating that they would put this in this game, you know, but again, it's not uncommon that in real life that there are other scientists that actually do feel the same way that she does. I just found it just fascinating that they put this in this game.
I take it you work closely with the Nexus Science team?
I don't want to necessarily
I tried to keep in contact with them.
make it a big
we
thing.
discuss
Or,
anything and everything we discover
that
out
opens
here.
up a whole can of worms.
After all, many
on
brains are better than
discussions
one.
and debates.
And Dr.
I don't want-
Aridana is worth
and I
2
don't
or
want
3
to
at
turn
least.
to that.
I work best when I have other people to bounce ideas off of.
I'm still fuzzy about how we managed to see Andromeda all the way from home.
It confused me too. I mean, the light lag would have made any data 2 million years out of date.
That is
So I
something that
asked
confused
Dr.
me.
Aridana, and she told me, well, it wasn't her tech that did it. It was the Geths.
You're kidding. Those killer robots we had in the Milky Way?
Those exact ones. The initiative obtained data from an array in deep space, a Geth construct. According to Aridana, the Geth rebuilt a mass relay and turned the approach corridor into an FTL sensor.
A what now?
It
Faster
operated
than
like
light
a telescope, just faster than light. It provided much more up-to-date info. We don't know why the Geth were interested in observing beyond the galaxy, though. Maybe we'll never know.
Well, if you had stuck around in the Milky Way and waited to see what Commander Shepard did in that war in the third game, you would probably know.
Did my dad know about this? Why didn't he tell me?
It's possible he didn't know. The Geth are isolationist and hostile. Using the info, even obtaining it in the first place, probably crossed a lot of boundaries.
What do you know about the Remnant's terraforming network?
From what I can tell, the vault is designed to adjust almost everything about a planet. Climate, pH of the soil, atmosphere composition. There's even evidence that it can propagate life. If we can figure out how to control the vaults, we could turn these worlds into perfect habitats.
What do you know about the Scourge?
We established that it's artificial. Someone put it there. Or they did something that caused its creation. We don't know why. That's still a mystery.
Interesting.
I should get back to things.
Sounds good.
Alright, now let's talk to Callow. Although I miss Joker.
Glad you stopped by. You'll pardon me if I keep an eye on our vector?
That's probably smart.
Nothing like being on the bridge of your very own ship, is there?
You mentioned something about helping design the Tempest?
Test pilot, mostly. Plunging through the Nemean abyss was almost a preparation for the Scourge. Of course, it took a whole team to build the Tempest. I was the only one to come to Helios, though.
Why did you?
What can I say? We poured our hearts into a ship that wouldn't realize her potential until Andromeda. I could have stood on the shore and waved goodbye, or took the leap to see how it all turned out.
I like the Tempest, but I'm not sure I'd travel between galaxies for her.
The unknown frontier had its charms, too. It's just strange not having the rest of the design team. I remember Serena debugging line 2281 over and over, chewing that green pencil. Tion and O'Connell arguing equations, tapping on the console, 3 drips of coffee on the corner.
You remember all that?
Oh, yes. Solarians have photographic memories, and apparently mine's unusually sharp. Like my past is still happening. Though I suppose with the Solarian arc missing, you might not get many chances to compare.
Did you hear anything about the Ark back in the Nexus?
Not a peep. Isn't that strange? You'd think there'd be something. Not that I dislike your company, but it's lonely without other Solarians.
Don't sweat it. We'll bring the Solarians home.
Of course we will. I just have to be patient, that's all. I should get back to it, but thank you. I was afraid the Tempest would be mothballed after we lost your father. We built her for this. She deserves to be in a Pathfinder's hands. Please, come by any time.
Of course. Care to chat anymore, Callow?
What can I do for you?
You know, I haven't actually met many Solarians.
Careful. Depending who you ask. We're conniving spies, genius researchers, or meddling scientists. We have to pack a lot of living into 40-odd years. Everything gets accelerated. Lines blur. I just hope we don't repeat our old mistakes out here.
What do you think of the rest of the crew?
Well, I can't talk about Suvi. She's sitting right there.
I'm not listening. You can say whatever you like.
Oh,
Sure.
no. I'm not falling for that again.
Smart man, Callow. Smart man.
If you helped to build the Tempest, you must know plenty about her.
Just about everything. By memory. It was quite the effort to get her working. The initiative needed absolutely up-to-date technology, which we all had to coordinate, and some of it was rather tricky to acquire.
Acquire?
Buy. Legally and above board, of course. Yes.
Uh-huh.
Sadly, the other Pathfinder vessels were lost when the Scourge hit the Nexus. The Tempest is truly unique.
I'll let you concentrate.
You know where I'll be.
By the way, I would have really appreciated if I don't get any negative, nasty stuff in regards to what I was saying earlier about my conversation with Suvi, okay? Reliability level now up to 76%. That's really good. Alright. Nothing new has popped up, so... Yep, we'll just go ahead and head back to the Nexus. We have a few things to do over there anyway.
Familiar territory.
The Nexus has been here for months. Still not enough time to survey it all.
Skip that. Look at all those different things here. Track program betrayal. When did that pop up? Oh, allies and relationships. These are missions of personal importance to the Pathfinder and the Tempest's crew. Loyalty missions are included in this category. Yes, the loyalty missions from Mass Effect 2 are back. Ryder Family Secrets. Neckmordrak. Krogan Betrayal. Find Spender on the Nexus. Find leads on the Arcs. Speak with Dr. Adriana. There's a lot of things that we can do. A ton of stuff we can do on the Nexus. Look at this. Look at all that. Lots of stuff to do. Monkeys in space.
Pathfinder, is it true? We're settling Eos.
We've thought that before.
But Eos is different now, right? Pathfinder.
All right, settle down. Give him space. Lieutenant Syax, Kendros' aide. They all wanted to see you. Real hope again. It's been a while.
Just doing my job.
They've got a Pathfinder again. This is what we do.
And you've done it splendidly.
Professor Herrick, right?
What you achieved with that remnant vault is unprecedented, Pathfinder. Impossible. But with new scientific talent waking up, we'll unravel those mysteries. The whole Nexus will benefit.
August Bradley will oversee that. He's the new mayor.
Bradley. I know him. Seems like a good man.
Well, what are you waiting for? There's a new world out there.
Thank you, Ryder.
All right. Cultural exchange.
Ridiculous. Why would you say that?
Maybe he thought he was being honest.
Let's take a look, see if there's anything here on the map. Spender's right here, actually. The Cultural Center. Pick up the pie jack. Oh, yeah, I gotta do that.
We invite you to visit our merchants in the Nexus Commons area.
Watch your tone. You saw what happened to the Krogan.
But we need this equipment.
Well, you're not getting it. Stop making frivolous requests. Your incompetence isn't my problem. Just do your job.
Wow.
What do you want?
Whatever's going on, it's not fair to take it out on me.
Apologies, you're right. This is not your fault.
I haven't heard much good about that guy.
Whatever you've heard, it's not half as bad as the reality. Just last week, he tried to redirect some of the supplies we need to keep the stasis pods going.
Why?
I have no idea. But if Kesh hadn't stepped in and threatened to airlock him, it would have been a disaster. He's always like that. Making bad decisions, driving the Krogan away, treating people like scum when no one's watching.
Maybe there's something I can do?
A man like that's bound to have some dirt. I wish Tan and Addison could see it. Things have gotten so bad that Kesh had to literally kick him out of engineering.
How literal are we talking?
Literally.
To ass. Oh, it was glorious.
I'm
we
sure
need
it
him
was.
gone, but
Oh, I wish I had
as
seen that.
incompetent as Spender is at his job, he's insanely good at keeping it.
Eh.
Kesh can tell you more.
Yeah, I'll definitely go check up on Kesh. And he's already taken off. Great.
A reminder that alcoholic beverages must be consumed within private quarters or at the porch. Consumption of alcohol.
There it is.
Here we are, one young piejack. Ready to see Andromeda, huh? Sam, can you send a note to Kesh? Make sure our new friend gets delivered to the Tempest.
Acknowledged.
Visit the Piejack on the Tempest. Anything new? Ooh. The paint jobs are not really that big of a deal. It's the special, like, modifications that you can give it that I really like. The life support here, where it improves in extreme environments, and shield regeneration. Yeah, let me grab both of those. There we go. I don't think there was anything else here for me to go check out immediately, so let's go ahead and move on. Let me check the journal here. I guess we're, like, there's nothing else on those other ones for the moment, so let's just go ahead and head back to operations. That's pretty much where all the main stuff is, anyway.
Stasis, the initiative urgently requires blood, tissue, and DNA donations. See a medic if you think you may be eligible. This is HNS.
This is Addison. Our first outpost, Prodromos, has confirmed full deployment on EO.
Alright, let's see. That's the op center site. Speak with the prison guard. Talk to Kesh. Talk to Addison. Meet Carrie. Speak with Tan. Investigate the HQ site. Investigate the militia site. There's a lot of stuff here in operations to check out. There's Kandros and Sajax.
Supply request is in. Meds, mail, and MREs coming your way.
Apex personnel, please check your duty roster for
Ah.
important updates.
That's what I was supposed to do. Hey, Sid, this is Vetra's sister.
It's you. You're the human Pathfinder. I'm Sid, Vetra's sister.
Nice to meet you.
Vetra's told me all about you. Well, not all about you, but the important bits. I should probably get back to work. It was real nice meeting you, though.
Huh. So, what is it you do?
What work do you do here?
Oh, I just monitor comms from colonists. Progress updates, hazards encountered. Note it down, pass on a report to Sean at the end of the day.
Important job.
I know. It's nice to hand in a report and have someone say I helped.
I'll let you get back to work.
Alright. Let's see. Let's go chat with this prison guard over here.
Colonial affairs, please advise.
Help you?
Pathfinder Ryder, here to see Nilken Rensis.
Ah, our murderer. Wife's here all the time. Guess she told you her sob story. Nilken, you're moving up in the world. There's a Pathfinder wanting to chat with you.
The Pathfinder, huh? They called in the big guns to exile Andromeda's first murderer.
Your wife says you're innocent.
Your wife's all broken up over this. She says you didn't do it, and that she loves you.
She's a wonderful person. At this point, it's too late. They found me guilty.
Why don't you tell me what happened?
I was part of the futile effort to set up a colony on Eos. We were on our last legs, overrun by hostiles, our leader dead. The security chief, Reynolds, my friend, he refused to call for evacuation. I argued with him. Everyone saw.
So when he was killed, people assumed you did it?
For good reason. He ordered us to regroup and counterattack. We were moving through a sandstorm. I saw movement, thought it was the Ket, and I guess I panicked and fired. A witness saw the chief's chest explode.
Sounds like an accident.
That's what I told them. But I was enraged when we argued. There's a recording. It's ugly. Everyone's certain I did it on purpose so we could evacuate. Only my word otherwise.
I'll check out the evidence. Maybe something doesn't add up.
It'd be nice to have someone with an open mind looking at it. You're a Pathfinder. I'm sure Kandros would give you access. Maybe there's still hope.
Huh. We'll check in with Kandros on that later. Right now, I kind of want to head over here. Check in with Kesh, check in with Addison.
As sleepers wake from stasis,
Hey, Drax is here. He's checking in on
How
her.
many times have I told you this story?
343.
Wait, what? You've been keeping count? Rusha, that's not funny.
That is pretty funny. I love these two. They are wonderful. Hey, Kesh.
Dell told me you saw her arguing with Spender.
Yes,
Hijack's
I
doing
did.
his best to throttle my department.
I also met your grandpa back here.
Spender doesn't know the first thing about engineering, but he knows how to play people. More importantly, he still talks to the exiles. I'm sure of it. I just can't prove it without your help.
This needs to be investigated.
I'm glad someone thinks so. Talk to Kandros. He likely has security footage.
I gotta talk
and
to
some
Kandros
kind
about
of
a lot.
evidence. But you'll have to convince him to authorize release.
Nothing more for now.
Later.
Let's go speak with Kandros. We gotta go speak with Kandros about a lot.
Any logistics updates are due within the hour.
Hello,
This isn't
Addison.
What we wanted, but what choice do we have? How the hell should I know? Spender, you have a job. If you want to keep it, do it. God damn it.
Huh. She was chatting with... I think that's Spender right there, and he was chatting with her.
You've shaken things up, Pathfinder. My department actually has colonial affairs to direct. And you have new tools to help grow the initiative. AVP, ready for spending.
Sam said there was new functionality to discuss.
It's how the initiative was designed to support the Pathfinder. You and your team are out there making Andromeda viable. That empowers all of us. Hit a threshold. A new cryo group can be brought out. Want more focus on research, like on Prodromos? That's your call. Brecker will introduce the interface and handle minutiae. All you need to do is decide what life in Andromeda means. No pressure.
Huh. Yeah, no pressure. At all.
Pathfinder.
Spender.
What's the deal with your assistant? He's a bit...
Spender is an ass.
Oh.
That's one way of putting it.
Yeah,
I'm
thank you for
aware
putting it
that he
way.
holds certain prejudices, but so does Tan, and we've limited personnel to draw from. Get us more outposts, maybe that changes.
Having people like him around doesn't do your department any favors.
Personality problems are pretty far down my give-a-shit list.
Wow. Okay, then.
I have info on a specific sleeper I'd like brought out of cryo.
I want to avoid that entirely. For reasons.
Reasons? That's it?
Look, you're the Pathfinder. If you've a request for your extended team, that's a request you can make. Access the sleeper records through Brecker's console. It's none of my business. Until you make it a problem for me. Understood?
Gee, thanks, Addison.
Hello again, Pathfinder.
How has the Nexus reacted to the foothold I've established?
We send them where you signal, because that's where the need is. There's no time for preference.
How are we doing on the viability front?
Struggling. Need I remind you that viability isn't abstract, it's lives, our foothold. Get out there, Ryder. Pathfind, we're dying.
Director Addison?
Goodbye, Pathfinder.
Well, isn't she a ray of sunshine?
Hello,
Brekka.
Pathfinder. I am Cryo Deployment Administrator Vladimir Brekka, C63 Galati.
Of course your name is
first
Vladimir.
task is to decide irrevocably the course of every life in the initiative.
Whoa, that seems like too much.
Yes, of course. But now you respect what we're doing.
Do I?
Andromeda viability and the Nexus thresholds are your tools, your reward, and our future. How can I help?
I see.
I deal in full colony blocks of specialists. I can make individual requests, but we should start the overall system first.
What's the rundown on AVP?
Much of the preparation in the Milky Way was determining how to measure success. Thresholds are about capacity, but this is about cost, what we can actually afford to support. Points aren't the most elegant system, but it makes it clear. The more you earn, the more we can deploy.
Gotcha.
So I decide what groups to wake up. Won't everyone be out eventually?
Absolutely. But there's an order to things, a lines of support. You can't deploy an omelet without first deploying eggs. And eggs won't get you steak.
Huh.
Except it's people, and how all our lives begin.
Gotcha.
How are you measuring thresholds?
It's based on resource estimates and general stability, a metric of acceptable scope and risk. The more you achieve, the greater capacity we can accommodate, the more the initiative can do for you. Simplest explanation, the more you do, the more room we have to grow.
Alright, what's first?
All right, Brekka. Where do I start?
The interface is active and will respond only to a Pathfinder. It's ready for your first selection. You may begin shaping the initiative at your leisure.
So this is the game's way of introducing another new mechanic in terms of perks. It's divided into 3 categories: science, military, and commerce. Science, lab technicians, they help analyze data with increased efficiency, which basically earn research points at regular intervals, receive a selection of minerals at regular intervals, increase research data gained by 10%. Basically, different types of rewards you want, however you want to pursue it, based on how many perk points you have, cryopod points, hidden caches around forward stations, more credits for doing those Apex missions, earn credits at regular intervals, improved prices, increase inventory capacity. Yes, that's my first one. So you see, we have 1 of 17 perks unlocked. These are locked off until you can get another certain one. Just an interesting way for them to do other different types of perks and rewards for you.
Any logistics updates are due within the hour.
Pathfinder, AVP leveling continues as per your directions. And of course, the interface remains accessible for any future adjustments. Sweet protocol and process. Now we're living.
Alright. I need to get someone out of cryo.
I have a specific person I want brought out of cryo.
Name and designation if available.
That's it? You'll just do it?
Nowhere in my job description does it say, argue with the Pathfinder. That said, I record all interactions. If something you ask for causes trouble, there'll be no doubt that you're responsible.
Oh no. Oh, thanks a lot.
Let's keep this between us. Here's the info.
Deployment will begin shortly. Is there anything else, Pathfinder?
No. That's it. We'll
Another
talk
time.
Later. Some other time. Return to Papaneeks.
Updates are due within the hour.
Nice hair. Let's go see if we can chat with this spender. See what this guy has to say. Never mind, we can't talk to him yet.
Expect. So much violence. Then, after nearly destroying the station, the Krogan asked for more power? Good riddance.
What an a-hole.
Pathfinder, do you have just a minute?
Sure. Carrie?
Ryder, isn't it? Carrie Tavessa, freelance vidmaker. This is Hakim, my producer. I could use your help.
What are you looking for?
Director Tans asked for an uplifting documentary on the initiative. Translation, paint rainbows over our problems.
Oh
But
my
our
gosh.
problems are history. People deserve the truth, not propaganda.
Ooh. So you're making a documentary, huh? That's very noble.
It takes integrity to record the truth and nothing but.
Well, I do my best. And you could help me out. The heart of my documentary will be an interview series. I was hoping you'd take part. I want the dirt and blood of our story, not the convenient fairy tale Tan's looking for. Interested?
You don't mind treading on the initiative director's toes?
What would he do? Pool funding we don't have? I'm game if you are.
Yep, you know what? Sure.
Okay, interview away.
Let's start at home. 14 months and the Nexus still isn't finished. Arcs are missing, we have people in exile. By any standard, this wasn't a plan. Our leadership describes these as anticipated issues. Would you agree?
For pioneers, yeah.
All expeditions have to deal with supplies, enemies, or hell, just getting lost. We'll deal with all of them. We just need time.
Tan will love that. But if that's your take, that's what goes in. Bandwidth means I'm transmitting in short bursts, so that's all for now. But you can bet I'll have more questions later.
All right. On hold.
You
Wait
agree?
for Carrie's next interview.
I'll get to work editing.
Okay, then. Let's see. Speak with Tan. Investigate that site. Speak with Kandros. All right, Tan. Let's talk. I'm not looking forward to this.
Hello. Director Tan is expecting you.
Last time I was here, this was a storage closet.
Looks like it got cleaned up.
Pathfinder Hall just needed a Pathfinder to open.
We're still getting the commons area ready. Hydroponics is only at partial capacity.
Not good enough.
We don't have enough people. My workers need a break, Tan.
I sympathize, but not until our survival is no longer at risk. Now please excuse me while I meet with our Pathfinder. Hey, Ryder. Addison told me about the outpost. You're the hero of the hour.
Let's hold off on the celebration.
Yeah, don't
We
be
haven't
trying
found
to
home
all of a
yet.
sudden be all...
There's no need for modesty.
Taking the
Success
credit and
affords
such.
leverage over those who doubted you.
And you're my best friend?
A patron. One who shares your vision of a prosperous future.
You don't know me, Tan.
Due respect, Director Tan, but you don't know me.
Oh, I think I do. Your ingenuity speaks for itself, Ryder.
Don't you go there.
Deciphering the vault, alien terraforming. It's not how we imagined all this, but a good Pathfinder improvises. And a great one hangs it on the wall. Yours are the first trophies to grace Pathfinder Hall. You're a symbol now, Ryder. A reason for people to believe.
It wouldn't have been possible without my crew. They're a talented bunch.
But you're their beacon.
Careful. He'll end up adopting you, Ryder.
Oh gosh, please.
Ah, my staff.
Excuse me?
Colleagues, you wouldn't be looking to cut us out, would you, Tan?
I remind you, I am the director of the
This guy
initiative.
is growing quite an ego.
Acting director.
This isn't the time for arguing over who gets to be king. Too much is at stake. We should be cooperating.
That's what I've been saying since we arrived.
Then I look forward to winning our Pathfinder support.
I have concerns about your decision
Fat
on
chance
Eos,
on
Ryder.
that.
An outpost full of scientists won't do as much good if the Kett attack.
But it will help support the Nexus. Improved research could help feed our people.
And we could argue about it all day long, as we always do. The decision was made. Now we move on. What is your plan for moving on, Ryder?
We have a lead on the terraforming network. I need to take the Tempest deeper into the sector to investigate. If the other Golden Worlds are where they should be, this could get us closer to them.
Careful. The Kett are scouring the cluster for remnant technology. You'll end up in a fight, for sure. You might also run into exiles. They didn't leave the Nexus on good terms.
And we still need more outposts. They're important to expanding the station.
Though with Arcs still missing, this could be a chance for Ryder to search for them. Yes, I think that's best. You have my permission.
Excuse me? I do not need your permission.
I wasn't really asking for it.
Of course. I support that kind of enthusiasm.
Right.
I do not like Tan. I can't stand Tan. I want to remove him out of here as soon as I
Ryder,
can.
this is Harry, back on the Ark.
Go ahead.
We may have found a way to talk to your sister, sort of.
What?
Drop by when you can. Hyperion Medbay.
Will do.
Talk to my sister?
A reminder, you have AVP outstanding.
Right. Have to talk to Addison's assistant about viability perks. Sounds useful.
I already did that, Sam. You're a little behind. With solemn pride, we remember those who gave their lives in service of exploration and discovery. Planetary Hollow. Viability. So look at that. We have 4 other worlds we have to try and find, as well as increase their viability.
Superintendent Katz reminds everyone
Gonna be interesting.
all power grid adjustments must be
Hey, Cora. What you doing up here?
Whole mood of the Nexus has changed since Eos. You really can feel it. New outpost, a Pathfinder's help, people waking up. It's a fresh start.
Can't relax yet. The initiative still has a lot of promises to keep.
And that's on us. But it's damn good to know we're on the right track.
Nice. Oh, gosh. I'll go see if Tan has anything else to chat about. Wonder why that was the thing there. Go to that system. But I don't wanna. Visit my sibling in the cryo bay, yes.
Ryder, you're off to a promising start. I meant what I said. You are a symbol now of hope that things will get better. Though I worry about this terraforming network. What do we really know about it?
It's like nothing we've ever seen. It's clear somebody had big plans for this cluster.
But who?
Not sure yet, but at least we're on the trail.
Did you have some other business?
No.
That's all. Thanks for your time.
I'm here to serve.
Really? Because it seems like you're more here to rule, based on how you were speaking to the others.
Please report to the commons area.
Must be great to see all your hard work on display.
We'll talk more about that later, Cora.
A violent illness related to cherry-like fruit.
Now, because I leveled up, did I get a new point? Is that why Sam was saying I had AVP outstanding? No. See, Sam was just really delayed in that. Okay, so when we come back, we'll speak with Kandros for a couple things. We'll go see our sister in the med bay. We'll just kind of go around and do some other stuff here on the Nexus. Just whatever, you know, comes up. Maybe then we'll probably head out, go check if anything opened up out in space. And we'll be back. Stay tuned.